Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, September 16th. Welcome to the Inside Edge. Long forgotten was a Republican state senator from Elizabeth named Robert Crane. He seemed destined for greatness in New Jersey politics before he died in the spring of 1962 at the age of just 41. Crane was a politician and a journalist. His father and grandfather had been publishers of the Elizabeth Daily Journal. And after Dartmouth, after receiving a Bronze Star in World War II, he joined the family paper. He worked his way from copy editor and editorial writer to editor and publisher. He sold the newspaper in the late 1950s as he pursued a political career. And after the senator from Union County resigned to become a judge, now back then, each county had one senator. Crane won a special election. He was 36 years old, and he was eyeing a run for governor in late 1960 when he was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. At the time, Republicans held a narrow 11-10 majority in the Senate. Crane's illness kept him out of Trenton for roughly a year. He underwent multiple surgeries. He had extended convalescences, and the tied Senate forced Republicans to compromise with the Democratic governor, Bob Miner, and the Democratic controlled state assembly. But even from his sickbed, Crane still exercised senatorial courtesy, and he blocked some of Miner's judicial nominations in Union County. By November of 61, Crane announced that his health had worsened and that he would resign from the Senate early the next year. The 61 election kept the Senate at 11-10, so the vacancy would keep the Senate tied for the first year of the new governor's term. The new governor was Dick Hughes. He could have called a special election for the winner of 62, but the Republicans had an assemblyman named Nelson Stamler. He was going to be the Senate candidate. Hughes, former county chairman, as politically astute as they come, didn't think Democrats could beat Stamler. So he preferred to leave the Senate at 10-10 for at least the first 10 months that he was governor. This was all a lead up to a story I want to tell. It's an extraordinarily moving epilogue to Crane's very brief career. When the Senate met to organize in January of 1962, Crane was elected Senate president. Governor Bob Miner drove across the bridge to Pennsylvania for lunch so that Crane could be sworn in as acting governor. That completed the honor and allowed Crane to have a permanent asterisk in the Fitzgerald's legislative manual that explains his place in history. He resigned as Senate president an hour later, and Hap Farley replaced him. And within 3 months, Robert Crane was gone. But for 1 hour, history bent to him, and it left behind the trace of a man who might have had a rather spectacular career in politics. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks for listening.